on my way now.
Welcome back to another video here in Mexico City, everyone. Today we are absolutely starving, and boy, are we gonna eat.
Yes, we are going on a food tour today, and we've come over to a new neighborhood to us called Polanco. I think we're gonna be doing some walking, a lot of eating, and maybe some drinking as well. So if you watched our last video, you would know that we are staying in the La Condesa and Roma area of Mexico City. If you didn't watch that video yet, definitely go back and watch it, because it's all about our first impressions, what we're thinking as we arrive here. Now we are over in the Polanco area, which is still an upscale neighborhood. They all are, really, but it has a very different vibe. I mean, we really just got here, just landed, just got out of a car. It's very, very green as well, but I think it's known for a lot of shopping. There's malls around here. There are museums and art galleries and a lot of upscale dining as well.
So before we meet up with our tour guide, we just wanted to really quick talk about the sponsor of this week's video, which is Tinggly. Tinggly is all about gifting, and Tinggly has gifted us this experience today.
We knew right away that we wanted to work with these guys, that we would have a really great partnership with them, because their philosophy is very similar to how we live our lives, and their philosophy is basically about gifting experiences rather than material items. So later in the video, we'll tell you a little bit more about Tinggly and how you can book your own gifted experience on there. But we are starving, have we mentioned that? We're about to go on this amazing food tour. Let's go meet our guide. We have come over to our first stop, and we found our tour guide today. Her name is, was it Ninel?
Ninel, exactly.
Ninel, okay.
What are we going to be doing today?
So today we will find amazing tacos, the best tacos of the city, and also a tasting of different mezcales, the favorite drink of Mexico.
I don't think we've ever even tried mezcal before. I don't think.
No?
I don't think so
I'm trying to
either.
remember in the past. I've definitely had tequila, but I don't really have actually tried mezcal.
Well, I'm excited.
So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Mezcal is much more pure, so for sure you will love it.
Oh, we're not wasting any time here. We're getting right into the tacos. Taco number one is asadero, is that right?
Suadero.
Suadero. Okay, so it's a beef brisket, and we have a taco right away, and we're gonna put all our toppings on there. So got some lime, some green sauce, and then the red is the spicy one.
This is what's fun. We're right on the street, and we're gonna like dress the taco now. But look at this, you guys. Look at all the meat over here, just kind of bubbling in this massive pot. Do we know if that's spicy sauce?
This one's not.
Not that spicy.
Not too spicy. The red is the spicy.
Ooh, we want some red then.
Yeah. Well, that's enough talking. Let's actually try this. See, it's a double, get the double tortilla on there to hold it together a little better, I believe. Well, if bite number one is any indication to how tasty today is gonna be, this is really, really, really good. The meat itself, really, really tender. It's been cooked low and slow, as we always prefer really good meat to be. So it's not too chewy. It's just like a perfect consistency. I love the toppings on there. Add cilantro and onions to anything, and I'm a happy, happy girl. And then with all the extra sauces, with a little bit of that spicy sauce on there, it's got a little bit of a kick to it. It's really good.
Check this out, you guys. I don't think I've had a brisket taco yet in the city. I don't know if I've ever had a brisket taco. I must have somewhere, but really excited to eat it. Anna hyped it up. Usually we don't try the same thing on camera. I try a different taco, but nah, I gotta try this one. Oh man, I'm an absolute sucker for brisket. So honestly, I kind of came here to the city looking for like al pastor tacos everywhere. Maybe we'll get them in this video, maybe we won't. I think we ate them in the last video. Brisket though is what it's all about. It is my absolute favorite, with the little crunchy onions and all the sauce on top. We made it nice and spicy, and I love that it's double layered in the taco. Man, this is so good, and I can't wait to eat more. Well, we're off to the next place, and we're wasting no time at all. We're gonna eat some more food, but first, take a look at this. I got a fancy little fishnet hat on, and I'm cutting some pork off this spit. This is way harder than it looks. Now, right in front of me, I have an al pastor taco. Funny, I mentioned this in the previous scene, and we got them already. These are usually my favorite tacos.
So the tacos al pastor are inspired in the Arab food, because we have some Arabs that came to Mexico in the 1920s, 30s, and they have this food, shawarma. So here the shepherds, that in Spanish are pastores, they look that style and they said, oh, we could do the same, but using pork instead of lamb, and also replacing the Arab bread with tortillas. And they put this final touch of the pineapple and the marinade that is called achiote, which is amazing, and that's what brings this orange, red
it's such a unique color, All right, we're just gonna dress these up with all the right toppings, and then we'll get right into it. It's funny, last time I think we were in Mexico was maybe like 2018, and as I've said in previous videos, that I didn't eat a lot of pork or beef back then, and I honestly don't remember if I ever actually had one of these in Mexico at the time. It's mind-blowing that I've never actually had one in Mexico. I could be misremembering that. Maybe I was eating pork at the time, but I don't think I was. So this is an exceptional experience to be able to come to Mexico and eat pork and beef and all the good stuff. So I think if this is like going to be my first real experience trying Al Pastor tacos here in Mexico City. I mean, I did in a previous video, but I just mean coming to Mexico City for the first time trying Al Pastor tacos. This is the place to do it. Like, Mexico City probably has some of the best in the entire country, if not the best. And this is so good. I thought the ones we had in the last video were exceptional. This might be even better. I don't know, the like spices that are on it are so good. The meat is just like perfect texture. I put some spicy stuff on there, but nothing too crazy, but it's giving a nice little like flaming thing happening in my mouth. I could eat so many of these, but I know I probably shouldn't because we'll be eating a lot today.
Clearly the secret is in the spices of the meat. It has to be,
and
right?
how long it's cooked for and all of that stuff, yeah.
Oh my God, you guys, that was so good. Now we're making our way to the next spot, but before we get there, we're gonna tell you a little bit more about the sponsor, Tinggly. So once again, we wanted to say a huge thanks to Tinggly for sending us on this amazing experience.
We honestly think that Tinggly is the perfect gift. Not only are they planet friendly, but they're also the perfect gift for that person in your life that you never know what to get for them. I think we all have one of those.
Some great benefits of gifting with Tinggly is that there's no expiration date and there's an easy refund or free exchange. They also have global availability. You can choose experiences from over 100 countries worldwide. It's also super easy to book. You just have to head to the website and pick an experience or a gift box.
Tinggly has so many collections to choose from, and the one that they gifted us is called Taste the World. So once you go on their website, you make the selection, they will deliver either the e-voucher or this box.
And then the recipient gets to choose the experience they want, and they can schedule it anytime they want. For instance, we picked Mezcal and all-you-can-eat tacos tour in Polanco.
To gift your own experience, just head to the link in the description, pick the collection that you want, and then use our discount code GIFT10 to get $10 off all experiences and hotel gift boxes. And of course, a huge thank you to Tinggly for sponsoring this video and supporting creators like us.
All right, back to the amazing tour. All right, next up, we've come over to a place to try some mezcal. Never tried this before, on camera or in real life outside of YouTube. I have no idea what to compare it to. The first thing I think of maybe is like a tequila, but I have no idea. Again, it smells really strong. I'll be honest, it smells a little bit like pure alcohol, but we'll see how it tastes. I'm told you have to kind of get the air out of your mouth and then kind of kiss it and then blow the air out. So let's see if I can do that. Ooh. Whoa, how do you describe this? It's really smoky and kind of peaty, kind of like a scotch. I'm not gonna say it tastes just like scotch, but that's the first thing I noticed. It's like, it has that campfire-y taste. It's really good. It actually went down way smoother than I thought, and that whole exhaling actually really made it. The flavor is just like, well, I thought I wasn't gonna like this, to be completely honest, but here we are.
Same for me as for Trevor. I've never had mezcal before. Maybe in a cocktail, maybe, but I used to think I didn't like tequilas. I like tequilas a lot more than I used to. And then I guess I just haven't progressed into mezcal yet. I feel like it's like the next step up. But I guess, so mezcal is made from agave, right? Which is like a plant?
Yes, exactly. This is the most common. You are trying espadín. Espadín is the most common maguey or agave in Mexico.
My turn to try it?
Let's see what you think.
Wow, that's strong. But good, I like that. It's funny because Trevor threw me off a little bit when he said scotch because I'm not a big scotch fan. I don't know if you guys watched our Scottish video when we actually went and tried scotch. Not my favorite thing. I kind of enjoy this. It is, I mean, it's strong. I don't always love just drinking spirits straight. You know, a little bit better to have it in a cocktail just for me personally, but this is kind of fun.
It makes me wonder what it would, I'm sure there are mezcal cocktails, but I'm very curious.
It's such a unique flavor.
Yeah, it's totally
pinpoint.
very different than tequila, and that's what everyone's going to compare it to. That's why we bring it up.
So the process of creating mezcal is absolutely amazing because they start harvesting the plant and they need to cut the whole plant. They cut all the leaves to have the pineapple, which is the central part of it, and they cook it underground for about 5 nights and days. So it's a very slow cook to extract all the sugars of it. Then they crush it using donkeys or horses
So crazy.
to have all the fibers of it that lately are fermented. They are fermented for about 2 or 3 days. So we have the alcohol in it. The alcohol that later will be distilled. So we have then the soul, like the really spirit of the agave.
It's really interesting, like just the amount of work that goes into it is
A lot
nuts.
of work.
It's crazy.
Artisanal, handmade,
Yeah.
everything with humans
It's
and
not
animals.
like a production line and just machines.
It really makes you appreciate it way more, huh?
Yeah.
That's
So
why
much
we
more.
kiss it
Yeah.
instead of drinking it,
Yeah.
you know, to enjoy all the flavor of this process and the soul of the plant.
Yeah.
I mentioned cocktail earlier, and here we go. So this is a passion fruit mezcal cocktail. We're told it's the best when you have fresh fruit. In Spanish, our Spanish, which is terrible, but our Dominican Spanish, we call this chinola, but here it's a whole other word. Interesting how this is different here than the Dominican Republic, as you guys all know. But let's try this out, see if it's any better, because we just had it straight alcohol before. Oh, well done. That's a cocktail. I like that it's just the 2 basic ingredients. Whatever's on top here is really peppery and kind of a bit spicy. And then inside the glass, there's like those little chinola seeds. It's kind of like gelatin, but you can taste the mezcal still. It kind of cuts through. You got that kind of smoky taste. This is really good. I'm just like completely surprised by how much I like this. I was a little skeptical coming in knowing we're gonna try mezcal. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't know if I'm gonna like it because I usually don't go for kind of straight alcohol, but yeah, this is perfect. Well, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. We might be just feeling that mezcal. We've had multiple drinks, let's say that. 3 or 4 drinks. Feeling like we might be the tipsy, delightful travelers now. How are you?
Slightly.
Slightly.
Doing okay.
We're on our way to eat more food, so that's gonna soak up the alcohol though. We're walking by all these like high-end stores right now. I can't get over the different neighborhoods in the city. There's so much to see, but hopefully we can find some more tacos. All right, we've come over to a place called Taqueria El Turix. I believe that's the name. I'm saying that correctly. Anna's back here with tacos. What do we got?
So this place, they do Cochinita Pibil tacos, which are from the Yucatan, is that right? Yeah,
Yucatan?
that's where they originate. You had them there before. As I
did.
already said, I wasn't eating pork back in those days, so another exciting one for me.
I know, this is like a taco extravaganza video today. I love it.
I can tell you guys right away that this is going to be a messy one. I think it's going to go all over the place. The tortilla itself is just covered in sauce. We put some lime on the top and a little bit of spicy stuff as well. So
It's already like falling apart. That's the best kind of taco.
I feel like I'm going to be kind of repetitive tonight, but oh wow, this is absolutely incredible. Like seriously, how do they make this? The spices, the sauces, everything that goes into this, just incredible. Obviously another one that's cooked really, really slowly, so it just like melts in your mouth. The combination of flavors is just, I don't even know how to describe it. There's so many different things going on. It's absolutely incredible. Again, wrapped in a corn tortilla, which absolutely makes it. I just love that flavor. This, I don't know, all the tacos we had today have been fabulous. Is this the winner or the last one? I don't know.
I'm beyond excited for this. Way long ago, many years ago, we were in the Yucatan and I would get Cochinita Pibil like all the time in various forms. I think I had it in a taco form, but I definitely had it in other forms and I just fell in love with it. The fact that I can get it here makes it even better. Look at this thing. It's just like dripping. It's just like a mess, and that's the best way to do it. Anna also sold me on this. This is just wild, you guys. It is citrusy, it is spicy, it is decadent. The meat is full of flavor. Like, I have no idea how they possibly pull this off. I actually like that the tortilla itself kind of soaks up all of the juices, so it makes like a messy taco. Makes it really interesting, makes it fun, makes it like proper street food. My hands are full of grease, full of juice, but it's worth it when you get something like this. All right, moving right along, we're gonna try some churros. It's been a while since we've had these. We're in like a churreria, is that what we call
Yeah,
this?
it actually says it's from 1935, so this has been here a while. We were just talking about churros and how it's a perfect way to end the night, but also a perfect dessert because it's a combo of like Spanish food that came from Spain, and then they put chocolate on it, which is here, from here in Mexico. So it's like a combo of Spanish and Mexican, and I'm excited to end the night with this food. So if you're unfamiliar with the churro, this is what it looks like. I think it kind of like comes out of a machine and they deep fry it and then cover it in sugar and cinnamon. Is that
Cinnamon,
right?
this one's.
Yeah, it's hot.
They smell the best. I love churros.
I know, so good. come out hot. We actually, instead of getting chocolate, they had like chocolate and Nutella, something else.
Condensed milk.
Yeah.
And then we went for the toffee.
Which is cajeta.
Cajeta.
Now we've never had toffee on a churro before.
I honestly don't think you can beat a dessert in terms of churros. Like, this is the best, perfect way to end the night. They're so like, I don't know what, chewy's not the right word. Like, you bite right into them. They're kind of crispy from being deep fried. That toffee is absolutely amazing. That's kind of the best part of having a churro, is getting all that cinnamony, sugary flavor and then dipping into more deliciousness. It's just so good.
I think for like North Americans or Canadians that don't know what it is, it's similar texture to a donut in a way. Like
a donut or like a beaver tail.
A beaver tail, but totally different at the same time. Well, I think it's safe to say that we just experienced the absolute ultimate taco and mezcal experience here in the city.
It was. We don't often do that many like organized tours, but when we do, they're always absolutely amazing, and this one was no exception. Of course, you know, it was like almost a 4-hour tour that we ended up. It was supposed to be 3 hours. I think we ended up just talking a lot, and that's part of the fun experience. You get to meet locals, hear stories, and there ends up just being really great conversation, and you learn a lot.
You know, the other thing is we never be able to find all of those gems. Some of them are like holes in the wall, without doing a tour like that. And here's the thing, I know a lot of you that watch our videos expect prices on the screen. Because we were taking on the tour today, we didn't really get a chance to get the prices. It's all kind of included.
No, it's all included in the tour price. Of course, all the tacos. It was actually unlimited tacos.
I know,
and then
crazy.
the mezcal tasting, that was all included in the tour package.
Yeah, so good, right?
Right, and speaking of the tour package, that was provided by Tinggly, as you guys already know. So we want to say a huge thank you to them for sponsoring this video. And just a reminder that you'll find that discount code and a link to book your very own gifted experience for you know, that travel lover, that food lover in your life.
We highly recommend it. Now, if you got this far in the video and you don't know who we are for some crazy reason, it's Trevor and Anna, Delightful Travelers. Hit subscribe, click like, heck, leave us a comment, share the video, because that just helps us out. Let us know your favorite taco places in Mexico City. And this is not the last video from the city, because we're loving it so much.
Not.
More is on the way.
All right, guys, that's it.
From Mexico City, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.